All right, we're starting with some breaking news. An FIR has been filed against DCW, Delhi Commission for Women, Chief Swati Maliwal. This FIR apparently is for revealing the identity of a rape survivor. We've got Anindo with us on the phone line now. Anindo, give us more details of this FIR. What are the charges against Swati Maliwal?
Well, Padmaja, to begin with, the FIR has been filed for revealing the identity of the victim. A, she has been a rape survivor, and B, she has been a minor. So on both counts, the Swati Maliwal, the DCW chief, has faltered on this line by revealing the name of the victim. And law suggests that you cannot reveal the name or identity by expressing the name or suggesting anything that disclose the identity of the victim. So clearly, on this line, the Delhi police has filed FIR, and if need be, they will arrest Swati Maliwal when time comes.
All right, we're still waiting to hear from the chief of the Delhi Commission for Women, Swati Maliwal. No reaction yet, but we'll be tracking that story very closely. On the day that India commemorated the day when Pakistani intruders were driven back from the Kargil heights, it became apparent that Pakistan has not learned from the bloody nose it was given in 1999. Infiltration efforts by Pakistan continue unabated, and today as well, 4 terrorists were killed. What's significant is that one has been caught alive near the line of control in Kashmir's Kupwara, this after an encounter. And yes, the Pakistan hand is again clear, as the terrorist who's been captured alive has been identified as Bahadur. He hails from Lahore. The foil terror bait and the capture of this Pakistani terrorist come at a time when Kashmir has experienced unrest for the last couple of weeks after the killing of terrorist Burhan Wani.
लेकिन जो जिंदा पकड़ा जाता है तो उसको बहुत बड़ी कामयाबी और माना जाता है, क्योंकि जिंदा पकड़े जाने पर उनका पाकिस्तान का पूरा जो खेल है वो सबके सामने, दुनिया के सामने में आ जाता है। इसलिए जो कुपवारा में आतंकवादी को जो जिंदा पकड़ा गया, हमारे सेना के सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस वालों ने, ये बहुत बड़ी कामयाबी मानता है।
As far as we are concerned, we have ensured that the border is kept sealed and no infiltration bid is successful. Our job we are doing properly, and I don't think there is many encounters these days.
Media General GD Bakshi now joins us live on the broadcast. The fact that Pakistan is pushing across infiltrators from the border is hardly surprising. It's the worst kept secret in the world, General Bakshi. But I want to ask you about the significance of the timing, because here is a government that has made clear that the armed forces have a free hand when it comes to cracking down on terrorists in the valley, which is why the infiltration efforts have gone up over the last few months. Would you agree, sir?
You know, Pakistan is making a very opportunistic attempt to stoke the fires in Jammu and Kashmir, which frankly it has instigated. It has started them itself. It is now trying to exploit the situation by trying to maximize infiltration, trying to push in its cadres. It has just sent in 60 crores by Hawala transfer to fund this latest bout of stone pelting and attacks on our security forces, and that has just been contained. It is now trying to relight the cauldron. I would like to point out that Pakistan tried 4 times to take Kashmir by military force. It failed dismally. In 71 it lost half its country. Then it tried to take it by a proxy war, a no-cost, low-cost proxy war, wherein it could use terrorism, the war of 1,000 cuts, to bleed us to death. 25 years down the line, where there used to be 3,500 terrorists in the valley, today there are just 177. If you if you count the last 3 dead, they should be even lesser. That was the last count. The elimination of the terrorist group today is a great feather in the cap of our security forces. I would like to tell you, Padmaja, that this guy who has been captured alive is a LET divisional commander. That is the highest ranking terrorist leader in the valley. A divisional commander is the highest. In the hierarchy comes the district commander, then the tehsil commander, and then the local jathedars that go around. So a divisional commander is a very high ranking elite cadre. He has been captured alive. It's a great feather in the cap of our security forces. 4 of these men who tried to infiltrate have been gunned down. And it is a very difficult job in a free-flowing encounter like this, where heavy exchange of automatic fire and grenades.
In fact, General Bakshi, stay with me.
Try and get hold of
Lieutenant Colonel Shafkat Saeed of the Pakistan Army, retired now, is also now joining us live. Lieutenant Colonel Shafkat Saeed, it's interesting that this has happened on a day when India is commemorating the Kargil Vijay Divas. It's quite clear now that the conventional and the unconventional warfare, Pakistan has turned out to be quite incapable of doing both on India, and yet as today's infiltration effort shows, you keep making the effort nonetheless.
Ma'am, war has never been purposeful, and war has never been result generating, and whosoever has waged war has never achieved his result. The long lasting peace and the meaningful outcome is only possible through peace. Whether India wage war or Pakistan wage war, I am not for.
Well, Lieutenant Colonel Saeed, with due respect, that never deterred you from making an effort nonetheless. You have tried on multiple occasions. Each time you have walked away with a bloody nose. But my question to you is, since conventional warfare has resulted in defeat for you, you still try and continue in this unconventional warfare through these so-called irregulars. You use people like Lashkar-e-Toiba, Hizbul Mujahideen, and keep trying to push them across the border. And now 4 of them have been killed and 1 is alive and in our custody.
Respected ma'am, I expect very respectable and cordial sort of conversation from you. Don't be ceremonial. You are on very responsible channel. What I want to say is that we need peace. And this is not possible unless we address the core issue and we understand the ground realities. Feather in the cap by killing people, feather by getting feather in the cap by eliminating people. I think that would continue and continue till the time.
Well, absolutely, and I think General Bakshi couldn't agree more. Of course, peace should be the ultimate objective of both the countries. But how is that peace going to be achieved through the Hizbul Mujahideen, General Bakshi?
GD Bakshi sir, whatever he says, I don't agree with him.
No, give me a chance. No, let me say first, Colonel, and let me put across my views. Okay, I'd like to use the word killing people. We don't kill people, Colonel Shafkat Saeed. Unlike the Pakistan Army, we kill terrorists. And the man that we have apprehended today happens to be one of the Lashkar-e-Toiba divisional commanders sent across to take charge of North Kashmir.
Yes, I heard all that.
No, I have just started. What I'm trying to tell you is, Shafkat, that you say, you very rightly make a plea for peace. The fact of the matter is, every time we have made the outreach for peace, your deep state has stabbed us in the back. Please, just see the last 2 years. Don't go too far back in history. When our Prime Minister took charge, he invited your Prime Minister and he came and we thought peace would happen. And there and after we were paid back with the terrorist attack on Gurdaspur. We tried again in Sofia, and the whole peace dialogue broke down because there was another terrorist attack. We tried a 3rd time. Our Prime Minister, please let me finish. No, please hear me out. We are saying that our Prime Minister made the extraordinary step of reaching out to your Prime Minister's wedding of his granddaughter. You see, and what did we get in return? The attack on Pathankot. The attack on Pathankot, one of our forward air bases, the critical air base.
And in fact, Lieutenant Colonel Shafkat Saeed, this time last year, our Prime Minister met yours in Ufa. Why look any further? And I think that was one of the most significant outreaches ever in Ufa, where both the Prime Ministers had agreed on a roadmap. And 1 year later, look at where we are. With our External Affairs Minister telling Pakistan very clearly, you pretend to give Kashmir your blessings, but you're actually sending weapons, putting them in the hands of young men who are barely out of their teens, Lieutenant Colonel Shafkat Saeed.
Ma'am, whatever is happening in Kashmir at the moment is not by your so-called dirty Pakistani money, what your external affair minister said. It is your beef politics of PDP and BJP coalition in Valley, which has caused young people to get gun. And Burhan Wani was made to pick up gun by the treatment that he was meted out by your
Burhan
security
Wani
forces
was made to pick up the gun by Hafiz Saeed.
Please understand
who very recently held a rally in Pakistan. This Hafiz Saeed himself has admitted. Lieutenant Colonel Shafkat Saeed, I really wish you'd actually just listen to Hafiz Saeed. You claim the so-called beef politics has armed the likes of Burhan Wani. Your man, Hafiz Saeed, the supposed humanitarian who you give millions of rupees, the Punjab government funds him, and he said that Burhan Wani was in touch with him. We're not even saying it. Your man said it.
Ma'am, this problem in Kashmir is because of poor politics, poor governance, poor politics of BJP and PDP.
So Hafiz Saeed is lying,
I would say. And
so Hafiz Saeed is lying. He's trying to take credit where none is due.
Which has made people to pick up guns.
Is that it, Lieutenant Colonel Shafkat Saeed?
Committed against them. Pakistan, it does not suit Pakistan to have instability in Kashmir, and I tell you, Pakistan does not have that kind of money that it can go and distribute it into 900 million plus people. Pakistan does not have that money.
Well, that is correct. In saying that, you are correct. So they'd rather deprive their own people of the money that they deserve and send them into the hands of terrorists. But just a second, General Bakshi, also I would like another perspective from you. The profile of this man who has been arrested now, the fact that he comes from Lahore, the fact that he is a young man given a quick training and then sent across. These young impoverished men, it perfectly fits into the profile, General Bakshi, of the kind of terrorists who are being sent in by Pakistan as a desperate effort. They literally cannon fodder at the hands of the Indian Army. General Bakshi, a quick profile of the man who's been arrested.
Shafkat, just give me a second. You know, Pakistan is one of the few countries where the levels of people below the poverty line have actually gone up. Many poor families have no way to feed their children except by sending them to the madrasas to get 2 square meals a day. That is the poaching ground of the Lashkar-e-Toiba, the Jaish-e-Muhammad, the Hizbul Mujahideen. They pick up these young boys, brainwash them, and then send them into the killing fields of Jammu and Kashmir to get killed at the hands of our security forces. But the pity is, you know, Padmaja, the pity is, having failed in even the proxy war, they have now switched to what we can call intifada type tactics. They first tried in 2008 by sending in money to instigate stone pelting. They did it in 2010, and this is the 3rd time they have done it. Just looking for local excuses and triggers to start these bouts of stone pelting. I would like to tell Shafkat, your tanks and guns and aeroplanes failed to dislodge us from Kashmir. Your terrorists have dismally failed to dislodge us from Kashmir. You are now trying to use stone pelting. You have a hope in hell if you think the Indian state will wilt.
But you must realize the ground reality.
Arey Sahab, I am telling you the truth. You are not as good as telling the truth. That is your problem.
Please come out of that fallacy. Address the ground reality.
I think when you speak of ground reality, the ground reality we are seeing right now from 17 years ago to what has happened in Kupwara, I think it's quite clear that General Zia's ages-old dream of bleeding India through 1,000 cuts will remain exactly that, a dream for the time being. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us on this broadcast. We're heading into a quick break, but we leave you with these images, Kargil martyrs being paid tribute to.
Today we have paid homage to our gallant martyrs who made supreme sacrifice in the line of duty.